Fala, minha galera, tudo bem com vocês? Galera, venho aqui agradecer a todos vocês que torcem por mim, que vibram comigo e que me acompanharam na minha trajetória no UFC, né? Foram 11 lutas, 4 performances da noite e me sinto muito realizado de fazer parte dessa organização, né? Agradecer a todo o staff do UFC, a toda a galera que me ajudou, né? Me deu aquele suporte lá, todos educados, me trataram muito bem. Então, e não é essas duas derrotas que eu me defini a pessoa que eu sou, né? Esse cara dedicado, focado, determinado, esse cara humilde que eu sou, que eu sempre fui. Então, é hora de pensar novos desafios.
Jailton Almeida has broken his silence following his UFC release with his first official statement. The heavyweight prospect, who many once viewed as a future title contender, saw his trajectory shift after Curtis Blaydes knocked him out in 2024. Though Almeida bounced back impressively, with first-round stoppage victories over Alexander Romanov and Sergey Spivak, lackluster decision defeats to Alexander Volkov and Rizvan Kunaev sealed his fate with the promotion. The Brazilian fighter has now addressed his situation through a video statement posted on his Instagram account.
Just got out of my emergency jaw surgery, having my breakfast here in the hospital. Basically, I was at the Olympics and the plates and screws that they put in my mouth all started to come loose. One of the little screws came out of my mouth. I had to spit it out, and they were super worried about getting it infected, so we had to pull them out right away because essentially it was just this open wound sitting there in my mouth where there's food and bacteria. So it turns out, kids, that if you don't listen to your doctors when they tell you not to do anything for 2 months and you do a bunch of things, the screws and plates will come out of your bone. Don't be a dumbass like me.
If you're finding value in this content, please show your support by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing with fellow MMA fans to help expand our reach. Now let's dive back into the latest developments. Bo Nickal appears to have secured the high-profile matchup he's been actively pursuing. The rising welterweight had a fiery confrontation with Colby Covington during the Road to UFC 311 press conference, where heated words were exchanged on stage. Their animosity quickly transferred to social media platforms, with Nickal persistently challenging Covington while the former interim champion seemed dismissive of the potential bout. However, current indicators strongly suggest the fight has been agreed upon, possibly for the upcoming Power Slap event. Nickal posted on X with what appears to be confirmation, writing his respect for Covington as a competitor who never retreats from confrontation, calling it the true American spirit, before tagging UFC officials, Donald Trump, and Paramount Plus with "See you soon." Share your fight predictions in the comments section below. Jake Paul faces another surgical procedure after his second jaw surgery following the devastating knockout loss to Anthony Joshua in December. The YouTuber-turned-boxer suffered a jaw fracture in 2 locations, requiring his first operation on December 20th, where surgeons installed 2 titanium plates. Unfortunately, Paul now requires additional surgery after the screws and plates became loose, which he attributes to not allowing proper healing time over the past 2 months.
The biggest change in Hamza as like a more mature, it was during the fight week with the fight with Robert Whittaker. That was when everybody was like, oh, he's not aggressive anymore. He's wearing glasses. He's too calm. Maybe he's not hungry anymore. Maybe he doesn't want it anymore. Maybe he lost the aggression. You know, when people was asking me, my answer was simple, because I was already noticed this since maybe, let's say, 1.5, 2 years before that, slowly. But that specific year was when everything just switched, because his son born 1 year before, and right before that fight, his son needed to do a surgery, you know. And he said that in the interview, no, I have to go to Sweden because my son gonna have a surgery there. And I knew that everything was okay with him, but the people that didn't follow that was even worried, you know. And they was asking me, and I was saying, before he had this animal inside of him that controls him. Now he's mature enough to still have that monster inside him, but he can control that. He doesn't need to keep unleashing 24/7.
Perfect.
Now he knows exactly when is the moment to unleash this animal. And you guys gonna see, and then he go fight Robert Whittaker, and everybody saw what happened.
Throughout 2024, Hamza Chimaev displayed a remarkable personal evolution, appearing more composed, professional, and emotionally mature than ever before. Fans widely speculated about the catalyst behind this transformation, with many attributing it to personal hardships and overcoming depression during a challenging chapter of his life. Now, Chimaev's longtime coach Andreas Aspendal, better known as All In Aspendal, has provided additional clarity on the situation. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, Aspendal revealed that the birth of Hamza's son served as the pivotal moment that fundamentally changed the fighter's perspective and approach. Bilal Muhammad, host of the Remember the Show podcast, has released exclusive footage showing Hamza Chimaev engaging in striking sessions with light heavyweight contender Khalil Rountree Jr.
So 205, is that something that I know you were calling out Pereira. He ignored that, right? There was never any response?
No, never response, but so we'll see if anyone else. I won't just become a double champ. And then I can go back to my weight class or stay there or go out more up. Try. I know that guys were trying to go out from the UFC like undefeated this and that. I don't care. Just want to make something stuff.
How old are you now, Hamza?
31.
31. So you got lots of time.
Chimaev subsequently joined the podcast as a guest, where he discussed the realistic possibility of campaigning at light heavyweight and potentially even heavyweight divisions as part of his ambitious goal to become a 3-division champion.
Hunter, what were you going to say?
Go ahead.
I want to say 1 week ago we were at PI and we go to extreme sparrings and this guy submit Sean Strickland.
Oh!
Hey!
How did you submit him?
We were sparring with Sean Strickland. He asked me and Baisangur. Baisangur went with him 3 rounds and he made him tired. And then he says, come on, you. And I went, take him down and submit him. Rear naked choke.
What do you think?
Dana White got the...
During that same podcast appearance, a 21-year-old training partner from Chimaev's camp made the bold claim that he successfully submitted Sean Strickland via rear naked choke while Strickland was in camp preparing for his upcoming fight against Dricus du Plessis.
Were you excited to see the new bonuses announced with the Paramount Plus deal, or?
No, bonuses. No one's getting paid more. Well, what's the new bonus? 150? The UFC is, as far as the pay scale, there is no, you compare it to any other sporting event, the UFC is the most up. If you compare it to like pay versus athletes versus what they're making, there is no argument there. It's not fair. It's predatory. There is no argument there. Now we're a bunch of idiots who take our clothes off and go fight for, shorten our lives for this. So like, do we deserve better? I don't know. There's no argument here. The UFC is not it's predatory. Well, I would just like it to match any other sporting event. Any other sporting event on how much they're making, we should get paid. Like what I'm saying is like, let's say the NFL they give 70% of the profits to the, I'm making this up, profits to the players. The UFC should do the same, but it won't because it's predatory. But again, we take our clothes off, we get hit in the head like assholes, so maybe we deserve this. You say no to a fight, well, guess what? They're gonna go find some guy in some sand pit, they'll do it for 5-5. That's why you're slowly gonna see the American roster die, because it's like outsourced by like people that, what are they signing guys, 10-10? I mean, how much is rent in Vegas? Like 2,000, 1,600, 1,400. So it's like, once you pay your managers, your taxes, like how the you supposed to live on that? Like, well, you could fight 4 times a year. Okay, so you go 3-1. Like, no, you'll make more money at Walmart, dude, if you're being a Stein. But that's what the UFC wants, man. It's all just like corporate predatory. That's how it goes, dude. Why do I want to go compete with a Brazilian where he could go make money and live pretty nicely to where you can't do that in America?
Dana White and Zuffa Boxing have gained significant momentum over Matchroom Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn in their escalating promotional rivalry. The conflict between White's Zuffa Boxing and Hearn has intensified since White officially launched his boxing venture earlier this year, with both sides exchanging public criticism for weeks. Zuffa Boxing has maintained aggressive pursuit of elite talent since its inaugural event, reportedly holding negotiations with undisputed heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, though the current status of those discussions remains unclear. Hearn has guided numerous elite boxers throughout his promotional career, including Katie Taylor, Conor Benn, and Anthony Joshua, while also working with world champions like Canelo Alvarez and Vasyl Lomachenko during portions of their careers. As the rivalry between White, Hearn, and their respective promotions continues escalating, Zuffa Boxing delivered a major blow by securing one of Hearn's premier fighters. Friday's press release confirmed that Zuffa Boxing has signed Conor Benn, who holds a record of 24 wins and 1 loss, to an undisclosed contract. Benn's decision to join Zuffa Boxing represents a seismic shift in the promotional landscape after spending most of his professional career under Hearn's Matchroom umbrella. The signing comes on the heels of Benn's career-defining victory over Chris Eubank Jr. in their November rematch. Following the announcement, Eddie Hearn expressed his devastation over losing Benn to Dana White's promotion. In an interview with IFL TV, Hearn accepted responsibility, stating he misjudged Benn's character and acknowledging the mistake. He reflected on the seemingly wasted years, emphasizing how much he invested in Benn when others doubted him, including lending hundreds of thousands of pounds during difficult periods. Hearn admitted he took loyalty for granted due to his support and recognized making similar errors in boxing previously, expressing particular surprise at Benn's decision while questioning whether he truly knew Benn's character. Sean Strickland's Fight Week commentary continues delivering memorable moments, as demonstrated in his latest complex interview ahead of Saturday's bout with Anthony Hernandez. When questioned about whether fighters earn more money under the new Paramount UFC deal, Strickland characteristically provided an unfiltered response. According to Strickland, fighters are not receiving increased compensation despite Dana White's claims, launching into criticism of UFC fighter pay as unfair and predatory. He went as far as suggesting fighters could earn more working at Walmart than competing in the UFC. Here are today's top 3 internet memes making waves in the MMA community. The third place meme was shared by Oak Nectarine. The second place meme comes courtesy of MMA On Point. Taking the top spot is a meme posted by As Savage As It Gets. Thanks for tuning in today. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with your daily MMA coverage, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.